They say two halves make a complete and easy whole, but when you leave, who takes the weight off of my soul? I'm trying to assemble pieces that do not align. I only wish you'd give me back the love that was once mine. Who takes back my broken heart? It's lingering here still, walking through the silence against my own free will. I gave you a future, I gave you my purest sense of self. Now I'm empty, placed upon an isolated shelf. It was not just my emotions that depended on your grace. It was my routine, my joy, the safety of this place. Now I perform these tasks without knowing the end goal, searching for the fraction that was meant to make me whole. Trace the edges of my sorrow with a trembling hand, praying that one day I'll finally understand. It's lingering here still, walking through the silence against my own free will. I gave you a future, upon an isolated shelf. I learned the hard way how easy it is to crack when you open up the defenses. There's no going back. So I put up the barriers higher than before. Nobody sees the sorrow waiting inside my core. I keep that door shut tight, nailed it to the wall. Just a lonely sentinel protecting me from the fall. I won't let you in, I won't let any light through, because trust turned to ice when I believed in you. I hear your phone calls trying to sneak across the but the caller ID tells me this connection is not mine. I deleted all the contacts, cleared out every single trace. I need to purify this sad and hollow space. I keep that door shut tight, nailed it to the wall. sleep, but at least inside these walls I know secrets I can keep. It's cold comfort, yes, but better than the sting of giving all my faith to someone who broke everything. They seem to just a lonely sentinel protecting me from the fall. I won't let you in, I won't let any light through, because trust turned to ice when I believed in you. Parked the car blocks away, didn't wanna see the old house, because the ghosts of our laughter always pull me down. Now, today I chose silence instead of conversation. I chose solid ground over sheer hesitation. Just looked away from yesterday, didn't turn my head back, trying hard to stay firmly on the current track. I cannot go back there, I refuse to remember that feeling, even though letting go is tearing through the ceiling. Every street sign is a warning, telling me don't slow down. I can almost feel the sorrow calling from the nearby town. I took all the pictures, turned them all face down, because sometimes survival means never making a sound. Just looked away from yesterday, didn't turn my head back, trying hard to stay firmly on the current track. I cannot go back there, I refuse to remember that feeling, even though letting go is tearing through the ceiling. Maybe pain is necessary for the next big phase to bloom. Maybe standing in the dark prepares you for the sunlit room. I'm trying to embrace the cold, let it freeze the regret inside, 'cause only detachment offers me a place to hide. Slipped away from yesterday, didn't turn my head back, trying hard to stay firmly on the current track. Can I go back there? I refuse to remember that feeling, even though letting go is tearing through the ceiling. I tried to move mountains, I couldn't even lift my hand. I tried to cry rivers, I barely dampened the sand. I feel disconnected from the energy I knew, as if all the wires inside me came undone when you left too. I forgot how to be, it's only keeping time, searching for the rhythm we used to call divine. I touch my chest, but I don't feel the familiar heat, just the cold and gentle fading of defeat. to be defined by the sound of our joint laughter. I thought the noise of us would last forever after, but now I walk in silence, looking only at the ground. My emotions are numbing, nowhere to be found. It's only keeping time, searching for the rhythm we used to call divine. I touch my chest, but I don't feel the familiar heat. Just the cold engine of fading of defeat. I don't even crave reconciliation anymore. I just want the old feelings you left outside the door, to feel the sharpest edges of sadness or relief, instead of this vacant and suspended grief. My heart forgot how to beat. It's only keeping time, searching for the rhythm we used to call divine. I touch my chest, but I don't feel the familiar heat. Just the cold and gentle fading of the feet. We bought the tickets, but we missed the plane. We planned the escape, but we drove out in the rain. Always miss a line, a few steps out of time. I wonder why I thought forever could be mine. Our story written wrong right from the very start, like a perfect script with a flawed and broken heart. Now the author is gone, the final chapter is lost. All that's left is counting up the freezing costs. Remember that house we used to draw on the paper? It had 2 white dogs in a sky full of vapor. I still keep that sketch tucked safely in the drawer, but those paper dreams are things we cannot reach anymore. Our story was written wrong right from the very start, like a perfect script with a flawed and a broken heart. Now the author is gone, the final chapter is lost. All that's left is counting up the freezing costs. I should rip up the pages and throw them to the tide, except that sometimes stories have nowhere to hide. But I still hold about the volume on the television set. Used to complain about every habit I now regret. Now the TV's off, the remotes are where they landed, and I finally got the quiet that I always demanded. But the silence is just deafening, present on my soul. I would trade this lonely peace to finally feel whole. I listen for your footsteps, but they never arrive. This is the price of being the last one still alive. Still alive. Last one still alive. Every object sits heavy exactly where you placed it. I wonder if your memories are currently getting wasted. Did you find a place with sound and a lighter melody? Or are you sitting in your own version of vacancy? But the silence is just deafening, present on my soul. I would trade this lonely peace to finally feel whole. I listen for your footsteps, but they never arrive. This is the price of being the last one still alive. The walls feel like ice now. They reflect every shade of blue. This cold isolation is something dangerously new. I tried screaming your name, but it dissolved in the hall. There's no reply coming back at all. But the silence is just deafening, present on my soul. I would trade this lonely peace to finally feel whole. I listen for your footsteps, but they never arrive. This is the price of being the last one still alive. Still alive. Last one still alive. I'd be strong for just one night. Refuse to crumble underneath this pale moonlight. But every mirror shows me the broken state I am in. There's no hiding place left, nowhere to begin. Cannot hold back these tears now. The dam is undone, running down my face before the morning sun. It's a bitter release, washing away the shame. I surrender to the sadness, calling out your name. Oh, I spend months walking careful, tiptoeing around the edges, building strong, protective, intellectual ledges. But the feelings found a path through the weak spots I created, and now the pain is flooding exactly what I hated. Can I hold back these tears now? The dam is undone, running down my face before the morning sun. It's a bitter release. Why should covers everything we had. It washes away the memories, both good and truly bad. I close my eyes tight, feeling the salt upon my skin. This is the painful chapter where the new life begins. Can I hold back these tears now? The dam is undone, running down my face before the morning sun. It's a bitter release, washing away the shame. I surrender to the sadness tonight, calling out your name. I wish my mind had a small erase button, just for the highlights, the warmth of when we fit in. Because the details are toxic, they hold me here captive. Every casual smile, every morning that felt active. Why do I remember everything we did? Behind the cold door where my sorrow is hid. It's not the good times that tear me apart now. It's knowing they vanish, I don't remember how. The frost coats the window, but I see your face there, reflecting the absence that chills the humid air. I try to declutter throughout every picture frame, but your scent is a ghost, still whisper my name. I remember everything we did, behind the cold door where my sorrow is hid. It's not the good times that tear me apart now. It's knowing they vanish, I don't remember how. My heart beats back on moments like an endless reel. I fight against the memories, how real they still feel. They say time will heal, but time is just moving slow, and the only future I see is watching the grief grow. Behind the cold door where the sorrow is hid. It's not the good times that tear me apart now. It's knowing they vanish, I don't remember how. We built a kingdom on a foundation made of glass. I never knew how quickly these sweet moments pass. You use the soft sound of love to cover the true strain. Now all that remains is the echoing sound of your rain. These empty words cut deep into my memory. Every promise you broke holds a painful key. I replay the tape, trying to find where we turn. But the smoke clears to ashes, nothing left has burned. It was the casual way you said you had to leave, as if the life we share was just something we achieved. These empty words cut deep into my memory. Every promise you broke holds a painful key. I replay the tape, trying to find where we turn. But the smoke clears to ashes, nothing left has burned. I don't hate you, know that energy is gone. I just mourn the version of the future that is drawn. Its final breath inside this cold and hollow room. We traded all our certainty for lonely gloom. These empty words cut deep into my memory. Every promise you broke holds a painful key. I replay the tape, trying to find where we turn. But the smoke clears to ashes, nothing left has burned. The space beside me used to burn so bright. Now it just carries the weight of a lonely night. I try to breathe, but the oxygen is thin. Every memory is sharp, pulling me back in. The air still feels cold, we used to before. Empty spaces now knocking on my door. This pain is so deep, I cannot hide it anymore. I watch our ending fall onto the floor. I remember the day you packed your small things. How quickly true love gets its tired wings. I look for a signal, a warm guiding hand, but only cold echo out across the land. The air still feels cold, it used to before. Empty spaces now knocking on my door. This pain is so deep, I cannot hide it anymore. I watch our ending fall onto the floor. I should be relieved now. They say that it's time. They say that it is time. But cutting this cord felt like committing a silent crime. I just stand in the blue light, lost and so unaware that my heart's just freezing in this empty air. The air still feels cold where it used to before. Empty spaces now knocking on my door. This pain is so deep, I cannot hide it anymore. I watch our